Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got big news for Ripple partners here. There's massive stuff happening, and it's connected to major banks and financial institutions. You're going to love it. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. 0.6% up on the 24-hour cryptocurrency market at $2.52 trillion, 66,300 plus for Bitcoin, 3,000 plus for Ethereum, 111 billion plus market cap for Tether. XRP at the number 7 spot at 52 cents this morning. We're up 1.7 on the 24 and 1.4 on the 7-day. Range of price very quickly between 51, 52 cents. We'll keep an eye on it. And right now, I want to tell you about this. You know it. We love it. It's linked to, baby. Yeah, the best home for private equity. But listen, you need to know this, okay? You need to know today is a very special day because they're putting the remainder of the Circle shares on the platform of Link to today. And you're going to have to beat me to it because I'm going to get some. That's what's happening. Yeah, I just told you, and that's what's happening. We know that Circle's moving to the U.S. That article just came out, and that's for their IPO, we understand. And I tell you, you want to take advantage of these shares. They will go so quickly, and I'm going to do what I can to get some, so you better beat me to it because that's the way it's going to go today. Super excited for Circle to make their way to an IPO, which they've already filed for. So get it while you can. Get it while it's hot, because it'll be gone very soon. Shout out to the Link to fam. Click the link to the sponsor underneath the video to get started. All right, let's go right here. Look, this is Boone from Blockchain Laboratories, and you can find and follow them at ESGW Web3 Ventures. Let me tell you something. They are going to do remarkable things in this space. I could tell you that. I've always loved Boone's energy and what he's working on, and he talks to Ray Fuentes here about uncovering clean efficiency of the XRP ledger. Been running for more than a decade, as we all know. He had a great performance on stage at XRP Las Vegas this year and last year. Shout out to him for being there. And I tell you, he has a clip. Now, there's some music in here. I got to check with Ray. I'm pretty sure it's probably not copywritten, but I just, for safety, I'm not going to play it until I speak to Ray, and I should have asked him the other day. Nevertheless, Ray's doing great things too. Give him a follow. Success leaves clues, and it certainly does. And Boone says here a great quote: you want to be successful? Solve a problem you have, then find out how to automate that and do that for others. This is why I love Boone. Listen, Boone's operating from the same place that I operate from. Operate in the service of others. Find a problem, find a solution, and then once you do, scale that to serve others. That's the real deal right there. When you're doing that, it's a beautiful life. It is a beautiful life, no doubt. Here's We'd Say When saying getting expensive commercial API access from Twitter to bring back the XRP tip bot. This time fully self-custodial. He says monthly $2 subscription for users to cover the API costs. Why not raise it a little bit and make some money too? What the hell's wrong with that, we'd say? $4. You know what I mean? Well, you should get paid too. Are you not worth it? Of course you're worth it. Listen, this is yes. Bring back the tip bot. This was amazing, ladies and gentlemen. On Twitter a few years ago, we could send XRP back and forth to one another through an XRP tip bot app. And it was incredible. It made literally, and I mean this, We'd Say When made Twitter a super app before Elon Musk did. The world doesn't run on free. I will gladly pay for this, we'd say. It was an amazing feature, and I hope that you bring it back, and I hope you raise the price a little bit so you can make more than just covering the cost. You work your ass off, and everybody at XRP Labs works their ass off, and people should stop demonizing the ability to make a profit for making a great solution for others. Here we see a problem in tow, okay? This is coming down the line. I want you to listen to this first. We've gone over this a few months ago in the Freedom Zone, but today we're going to talk about it here. Take a quick listen to this.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Oh, he's so proud of himself, isn't he? Well, I can tell you with the onset of AI, artificial intelligence, we're going to need legislation that prevents the government from turning digital ID into a tracking social credit score mechanism. That's what we need to do. We must work together to stop this from becoming our reality. I'm reaching out to the Digital Chamber, and how can we get together to put a plan together to get with Congress on this issue to draft legislation to make sure this is impossible to happen to anybody here in the United States. Now, take a look at this, okay? I want to say this because the reason I point to the onset of AI is because they can take your image with AI and your voice and put it in things and make it look like you've done or said something with your real image, your real voice, and it didn't happen. So what I see coming is the ability for you to register your image, register your voice, and then it has a footprint, like an actual digital footprint that can be registered, right? I know this gets scary, but you have to worry about this, especially if you're in the public and you're a public figure like myself, and certainly others are even more so. People taking advantage of your image or your voice to do dirty, bad things, right? It's a very real problem that's going to be in tow soon. So, and probably already started, but here's what I want to say. If you have the ability to register your image and your voice, so if someone has faked something, they can't have access to it unless it's been granted, it would be easy to identify when something has been manipulated or not. Now, with that being said, that would mean that you would have to expand and deepen your digital ID presence in that regard. So that is where I say, in order to protect yourself, you may have to move towards a digital ID. But then on the other side of it, we need to make sure there's legislation created that they can't turn digital ID against us and use it like a tracking and social credit score mechanism. So very important moment coming for all of us and our freedom. And I'm telling you, I will be all in this. I'm not going to stand around and let this happen. Total filings reveal 937 professional firms had investments in ETFs as of March 31st. That's 10 times the number invested in gold ETFs, according to an analysis by Bitwise. I'd say these Bitcoin ETFs are taking off quite nice. They've done in just a matter of weeks what it took gold 2 years to do. Pretty remarkable. And so is this. This was a massive win yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. A massive win. One and only Cynthia Lummis right here. Senator Lummis was amazing to meet in person. I had the luxury of meeting her at DC Blockchain Summit just a day or two ago, and what a wonderful opportunity that was. And she is here urging the Senate to vote yes on the legislation that would allow highly regulated financial firms to custody Bitcoin and crypto. She also stated the safest place for digital assets is in a self-hosted wallet. So we love that. And I don't have time to play the whole thing today, but shout out to her for that. And you know what? We all got our wish. Yesterday was a massive day for cryptocurrency and showing the SEC, Gary Gensler, that they are not feeling him on the Hill. 51 votes. Senate just voted to repeal Gensler's anti-crypto rule SAB 121 that would prohibit financial institutions like banks from being able to participate in Bitcoin and crypto. And we have beaten them on that front. And this is amazing. Now, there is a concern that the president would veto this, not sign it into law. So we'll have to see what happens here. But there's some moves that could still happen in this. But nevertheless, it was a massive win for crypto yesterday because we saw Capitol Hill respond back to say no to the SEC and their move to try to keep in that SAB 121 SEC rule, trying to prohibit financial institutions from getting into the crypto game. And this is important because because we need them in the crypto game. And then here I want to remind everybody that Senator Elizabeth Warren urged Senate yesterday to vote no, and she got her ass handed to her. And I say to Massachusetts, here's reason 1,429,000 why Senator Warren needs to be unseated. Not only did she fight against the innovation that could turn America and Massachusetts around, hello MIT grads, but she couldn't even sway her own Democratic Party. Senator Warren equals feckless. We need John Deaton for Senate, baby. Yes, indeed. And I'm going to drop in right here so you understand just how big a success it was. This is Perry Ann Borden from the Digital Chamber talking about the massive historic day yesterday for crypto policy. Take a listen.
Joe, I can walk you through why that's such a big deal. The president, Joe Biden, had issued a statement earlier saying that he will veto this bill. Essentially what he's doing is he's telling the Democrats he doesn't like it, he's not going to support it, he's going to veto it. And it's kind of like a nudge to the party of, hey, don't vote in support of this bill. This bill went forward in the House last week. 21 Democrats broke rank and voted in support of the bill. Today, 12 Democrats voted in support of this bill in the Senate, including Chuck Schumer. Schumer is the Senate majority leader. He is the second most powerful Democrat in the country, only second to the president, Joe Biden himself, which means right now, I am sure the White House is rethinking their strategy, rethinking their position to have Chuck Schumer vote for this. In support, it is definitely a big deal. We 100% have a chance of getting this done, getting this across the finish line. That could take a couple of different forms. We'll be working through and game planning all of that over the next couple of days and hours. But just wanted to check in and share how excited we are. The tides are really turning here for crypto in Washington, and we are
Never giving up. That's what she was going to say there, I'm pretty sure. And you know what? We are never giving up, no doubt about it. And it was a massive point to really highlight that Senator Chuck Schumer turned on the president's will. So we'll see what happens with the president now that we've gotten this win. Let's see how far it goes. I say here, this is how you know that the crypto space is coming together here. 2-Bit Idiot showing right here the floodgates are about to open. You want us to take our foot off the gas? House Democrats better whip up 100 votes for that FIT 21 Act, because I assure you that's as good as it's going to get for the Dems. And you know what? It is important that we support the FIT 21 Act. It can be great for cryptocurrency. If 2-Bit Idiot will support Deaton for Senate, which he has, then I'm happy to share his efforts as well. Get ready for FIT 21, no doubt about it. Ryan, we're on this thing together, no doubt. Who would have ever thought? But that's how this goes. And who would ever thought this? Now, I tell you what, I'd love to see this. Now, I don't know if it grows legs or not. We'll keep an eye on it. But U.S. Congressman Thomas Massie introduces a bill to abolish the Federal Reserve. Well, Thomas Massie, I need to get your address so I can send you a Christmas card, my friend. No doubt about that. Reminding everybody that while we're seeing this legislation push build this year, and remember, it could take till the end of the year. It could also have some things happen by the next couple months or so. But, you know, certainly by the end of the year, there is a real chance of getting something done here. So it's super exciting. But don't forget that JP Morgan, Franklin Templeton, and BNY Mellon and other major U.S. banks have completed tests to accelerate asset tokenization. And remember, the stablecoin bills are in fact tokenization bills. So this is huge. They're preparing for it as well. Now, this is where it gets tricky for me. There's copywritten music inside of this video. But shout out to Bank XRP for this one. The new video direct from Ripple. Ripple enables modular finance, is one of the deliver seamless payments across the UK and Europe. The Bank of England. So we're operating on the same basis as the large clearing banks, says Modular. And you're going to hear it too. Now I'm going to mute this so we don't have any issue there. And then I'm going to hit play on this. So here we go. Let's see if I can pull this off.
So modular decided to join RippleNet to work with a partner that had the same values as us, as providing better, superior access to the payment networks. So with Ripple, we're bringing that in a much more simplified, easy access form. We believe we bring very strong access to the local network. So as a strategic clearing partner here in the UK and Europe, we have deep direct access. So we're one of the few non-bank financial institutions that have direct access to the Bank of England. So we're operating on the same basis as the large clearing banks, but bringing quality and service through our API technology that enables that access through RippleNet. We decided to work with Ripple and specifically integrate with RippleNet because we felt that was a strong proposition for our clients and for us to be able to offer out our services and access to the European clearing systems and the UK clearing systems on a broad basis, on a global and international basis, and whether that's through real-time access to the transaction flow, the data, but also the clearing is really critical for us, and we believe Ripple have the same values, the same focus, and will deliver significant benefits to our partners and to their customers in terms of being able to access digital services real time and therefore drive economic value and benefit to the end customers.
There you have it right there, ladies and gentlemen. We pulled it off. I was able to play the audio, and I actually had it so it looked like it synced up. Now, just from a production aspect, I'm pretty proud of myself, especially as low budget as this channel is. But nevertheless, shout out to Bank XRP. He's an OG. Give him a follow. And you know what? Give us a follow. And if you want to support the channel, you could do so easily by going to digitalperspectives.com. And for less than the cost of a cup of coffee, you could join the Freedom Zone and help support the channel. You get all of the daily videos with 0 Google ads, and there's a full access to private Telegram group as well as you will also get extra content that I provide that is not really in line with the channel, and I love doing that part as well. So make sure you join us at digitalperspectives.com, click the Freedom Zone, and come on in. I'll catch all of you on the next one.